Zeke Jones, day 2 of the Olympic Freestyle Tournament, came out with a bronze medal with Coleman Scott, 5th from Tervel Delagnev, and Jake Herbert was beating the repechage. Your thought overall about the guys, and then we'll talk individually.
Well, I think overall we actually had a great effort in the start, 2 in the semis, 1 in the quarters. We just weren't able to finish that session like we needed to. And again tonight, I think we just weren't in that place where, we weren't able to close the door in the critical moments, except for Coleman. He closed the door in the critical moment, he came home with medal.
Now let's talk a little bit about Coleman. He came in here and he said he was a little upset because no one thought he could do well here. And he said that was part of his motivation. All along you thought he had a good shot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking about a guy with a chip on his shoulder. I'm telling you, I've seen it time and time again. When a guy has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, people don't believe he can win. Sometimes that's your best chance at a medal because that guy wants to prove everybody wrong. It's a tremendous amount of motivation when no one thinks you can do it, and inside of your heart, your mind, you know you can do it.
So he gave the guy that won it from Azerbaijan a hell of a fight, who beat the heck out of the 3-time world champ in the finals. How close was that match? And Coleman thought he should have won.
Yeah, there was no doubt. He was in on a leg attack to win the end of the second period, and I think he was at that place where, he finishes that takedown. That could be a game changer, certainly in the period. I think he's right there with that guy. I think another time, next time he wrestles him, that outcome would be different.
Now let's talk a little about his bronze medal match. This is with all the money out there, championship medal. Yeah, you get out here with something rather than go home with the 5th place. Well, what did Coleman show you in that last match over Japan?
Well, he's got a huge heart and monster guts inside. I mean, to get that takedown with short time in the end of the period to win, for the medal, shows you how tough Coleman Scott is. And I'm telling you, he's tough because of the road he had to get here, that nothing was going to deny him when he got there.
A little bit about Tervel Delagnev. Came in as, past medalist, one of the tough guys in the tournament. His side of the weight was pretty well full, and he started off pretty darn strong.
Yeah, he beat a world champ early and then just got caught. One bad move against the 2-time Olympic champ. But I think, he was in a good position to medal again. He got in the leg, 4, 5, 6, 7 times and just didn't convert, and that was the key. He needed
in the
to
bronze match with Iran.
That's right.
Tervel, was he at 100%?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and he won't tell you, no one knows, it was a secret, we kept the secret. On Friday when we arrived in London, he was wrestling Varner and he got in a leg attack. Varner popped Tervel's rib, unintentionally, just got in a scramble, hurt his rib, and we had Tervel off the mat almost a week. The second week, he was just drilling. The first time he went live in 2 weeks was today when he competed.
But he really gave a good effort against some of the great heavyweights. What's that say about his heart and his, the kind of man he is?
Well, he was wrestling for a medal today, and I'd say Tervel was probably about 70%. I think he was at a place where he just needed just a little more preparation, and I think you're looking at a gold medalist.
Talk a little about Jake Herbert. Lost to the world champion and then dropped his repechage match. Came out and beat a pretty good young Cuban.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker today for Jake. He just got in some scrambles, got in some difficult situations, which created some difficult calls for the officials, and just couldn't convert when he needed to. A little bit sloppy in some spots, but Jake certainly, he's a champion. Just couldn't get out today.
Now, overall, though, we won like the first 6 matches. U.S. came out strong, got on one of those rolls that we like to have at this kind of event. Will that give us a little bit of a punch for tomorrow? You finish up with 2 weights, 66,
yeah, I think
96.
What it tells Jake and Jared is we can get on a roll. When we get there, we got to close it home. We got to finish that roll off. So I think, they'll use that as motivation.
2 medals and chance for 2 more. This is a tough tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. It's the Olympic Games.
Stanley, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.